Mm. Ooh. Okay, this intro is really cool. Very powerful, slow, big forte, low end men's choir mixed with a string bass there. Trombones come in basically matching that theme, but they have a little bit of a counter melody playing against it. Pretty cool. There's also like one dissonant note that descends too that makes it super tasty. Let's keep going here. Ooh. Wow, we need that build. So we come out of that dark, that slow moving melody we're just talking about. Suddenly the string snuck in, caught up with us, did something. We had a little bit of chord resolutions. Harp comes in, and then boom, I've got massive climactic choir blowing my eardrums out, but in a good way. I'm going back 15 seconds. Chord traveled that second time through there. We went somewhere else. Okay, I need to go back because there's something in the background. I don't know what it is. At first, I thought it was a rain stick. It's not that. Then I thought it was muted trumpets or some kind of muted brass. I'm not totally sure what it is. I'm gonna go back 5, 10, 15, 20 though. Just in a background layer against the foreground big, the big huge swelling of chords. Hey, you hear that? Just hit pause there for a second. Well, if you know what that sound was, let me know, because I'm not able to identify that because it's so kind of just sitting there in the background. Another cool thing that's happening here, we have a lot of duplicate layers between voice and strings, but primarily we're staying true to that theme of rest, 2, 3, 4, space, 2. This is our phrasing, and then we get big half note to bring us back. That kind of keeps happening, which is pretty nice because it becomes just, you know, kind of part of the heart and soul of the piece. But man, this is gonna drive me nuts. I do not know what that sound was, but I hope one of you knows. Ooh, nice chord resolution there cadentially, and then we went in another direction. Okay, so great use of percussion as well, right? I mean, it kind of makes sense, especially with the image that we're looking at. You think of God of War, like obviously percussion is really big. So if you're the timpani player, you have a great party. Your timpani and concert bass drum really get to tear it up. There was a cool like quarter note triplet pattern that kind of bled over. We're gonna go back 5, 10, 15, 20, try to grab that again, because I feel like it really drove and pushed. That's a busy timpani part, because usually your player is going to play with like 4 or 5 drums, and you know, as the player, you don't want it to be too easy, but you don't want it to be ridiculous as well. Meaning you have to change the pitch often, and there's often not much time to do all that. So when you hear it done really well, it's very fun to listen to. We got to go back though, because that initial diminuendo, that decrescendo out of the timpani into those chord changes that come in with the strings, and then the brass takes us somewhere else. Super, super musical writing. I can't just hear it once. String hand over here. Those 8th note triplets keep us moving. So it's beautiful shape, beautiful movement. And so the conductor also phrasing all this has a lot of control of what the overall like perceived experience is going to be coming from this symphonic orchestra experience. This is really good. Like, this is video game stuff, man. Like, it's just so good. Back 5. Let's keep going. Some chordal stuff. Okay, that whole section, there's too much to get one listen to identify everything. Obviously, the main components we have here, as our still rest 2, 3, 4 thing keeps happening. There's some kind of chording instrument, not a guitar, probably something more medieval-esque as far as what we're playing with here. We get our low-end choir line, and then the other choir comes in with some nasty, but nasty in a good way, some cool dissonant lines, which is then handed over to the brass. But there's other stuff happening, but there's just too many things. This is too much to hear in one listening. I went back 30. And there's the transition of the trumpets. Flat 2 resolved to 1. The other thing, like pretend this Fitbit was like made out of taffy. Like, this ability, you know, which is a normal thing in music, by the way. Something is not happening that's special here. This happens all the time. But we got to talk about it. How important it is when you take time in the ensemble and the conductor is able to stretch this out to like add, you know, 3 or 4 inches and then pull back and the tempo comes here. We just have a lot of phrasing that's not, you know, when you see that on the page, you know, if you just read it as it is, your quarter note value would be constant. But we don't do that in these kind of settings. We have to breathe life into it. And that comes from the conductor showing where that life is going to go and all the players responding to that. So it's very cool. Now, of course, when they record these kind of things, they're playing with the click track and those little nuances of time are built in. Most likely. More like in cinematic stuff, but who knows? In the video game, they might. I don't know. Doesn't matter though, because the important part is how great it sounds, right? Let's keep going. powerful. That's so man, when you can hear those ideas in your head and you score all that out with the way the chords are going to breathe and come to life there's some very powerful middle voices. That's 432. Let's go back to like the 4-minute mark. Yeah, the most replayed. Yeah, no shit. I can see why. That's amazing. I just think we need to listen to how the chords are moving through the ensemble, and then we get very, very slow here, and then we get these big, you know, just very aggressive accented chord values as we change through the instrument families. It's just amazing, man. Can't get sick of that. I especially love our triplet and the timpani, bringing us back into that. So that's amazing. Imagine being in the room when that was recorded. We need drum corps. We need DCI to play some God of War music. Maybe it's happened, but can you imagine like Blue Devils Hornline or Carolina Crowns Hornline playing that? You would have the crowd on their feet. Well, as per usual, but it would be a really, really great fit. Anyway. That was a lot of fun. My name is Drumroll Tony. I'm a streamer on Twitch. Make sure to catch me when I'm live so we can talk about your favorite video game music or just music in general. You can find the link to my Twitch channel in the video description below, as well as the Discord server. If you like this video, click that thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to support me, my Patreon information is down there. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Take it easy. Bye-bye.